gives us discounts on cryotherapy, chiropractic treatment, things like that. It's a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication. We don't just line up and play football. It takes a lot to get us to this point where we are, and we're really appreciative, and we don't want to. We want to make sure we acknowledge the ones that helped got us here. So, a shout out to all the sponsors, all our partners, and things like that. So, it's hopefully we can. It's a lot of pressure,
right?
Knowing that we have all this on our backs, but I mean that's what we signed up for. That's what these guys. That's why they show up. That's why they've been working since February for this pressure, for that spotlight, for this chance, and it doesn't come around often. Some of these guys have never played in a game like this, and I know me myself, as far as coaching, I never have. It's a big game for me. I'm excited about it. Been a lot of late nights, right? But it's all worth it. It's all worth it to me. So it's fun. I love it.
Yeah, another team from Kansas City is playing, trying to win a championship too.
Yep.
They got a big game this weekend, and then your game is next weekend.
Right.
How have you enjoyed the Chiefs season and being here in Kansas City? We got to talk a little bit about the Chiefs.
Man, it's exciting. I've been I'm not originally from Kansas City, but I've been here for about 25 years.
Oh, and then you like
yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So it's like once you come here and you get a taste of the tailgating, the whole atmosphere going to Arrowhead. You have no option but to become a fan, and so I've been a fan since I've been here. It's exciting to see where we're going. Hopefully, the defense have turned around the last few games, which is really exciting to see.
Right.
Normally, I wouldn't be as excited as I am now about the playoffs, but the defense has done really well the last 4 or 5 games, so which is different from prior seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited. One of the coaches we're having a party over his house Sunday, and so we're pretty excited about that as well. So hopefully we can bring that W home.
Yeah, Chiefs win this weekend. You guys win next weekend, and Chiefs will play again, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
right?
It's exciting football time. Big time for Kansas City.
Definitely. Where can people find your information about your team and website, things like that, Twitter?
Yeah, well, we have a Facebook page, Kansas City Bulldogs. We're also on Twitter at Kansas City Bulldogs. Anywhere on social media, you look us up, Kansas City Bulldogs. A semi-pro football team. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and we're not on Instagram yet, but definitely on Facebook. All information on Facebook page.
Okay.
About we're going to post a link once they supply us with the link. We're going to post a link to the live. They're going to live stream the game, so we'll make sure that people back here can see us. We got a lot of fans that we're leaving back here that want to check us out, so we'll make sure we get that posted. All our information about tryouts is on our fan page. Also, the MFA, our league website, there's a lot of information about our league games. Midwest Football Alliance.com. That's where we are.
All right, fantastic. So what's your one question that we ask all our guests on Midwest Mics is your go-to barbecue joint in Kansas City? You got to pick one. Which one you going to?
Oh, man, put me on the spot here.
Yeah.
Man, I love the Gate. I love Gate sauce.
There you go.
I love Arthur Bryant's meat. So it's
you can combine the two.
Yeah, and then I love Q38 atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you can get. It depends on what you want. What you're looking for, you can get it here in Kansas City, man. So I work at 34th and Broadway, so Gates is like a couple blocks over.
Exactly.
So I tear that up a lot. So I'll say Gates, is probably my go-to spot.
Got to get the nooner, huh?
Yeah, you already know, man.
Hey, I know. I used to work, over at Kansas City Central for a year, and I was right by that Arthur Bryant's. I'm like, man, I was going there about every day on the way home.
Yes, there's no way you can.
Right there.
Yeah, no way you can. It's too easy. It's too easy. Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck to you guys next weekend. We'll let you get geared up for practice here and get going. But we appreciate you taking some time and talking to us today, and we'll wish you guys best of luck next week.
Thank you. Like I say, our game's scheduled for January 18th. We're going to post a live stream on our Facebook page, and a lot of the players are going to post it as well. So just stay tuned. We're hoping to. We're not hoping. We're planning on bringing that championship back to Kansas City, and we're repping for our city.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure I'll send that out from the Midwest Mics Twitter also and Facebook page. Share those links so that anybody watching, can tune in on the 18th and watch that game and support our local Kansas City Bulldogs as they try to win a national championship. And I think we're going to take a short break and then be right back.
Radical Athletic Wear and Fan Radical specializes in custom, one-of-a-kind, 100%. Radical Athletic Wear and Fan Radical specializes in custom, one-of-a-kind, 100% sublimated, cut and sew uniforms and fan wear for the Radical fan. There is no limitation to your uniform design. If you can think of it, we can design and create it. Our price includes artwork, and we have no hidden or added fees. Let Radical Athletic Wear be your supplier of quality, custom, one-of-a-kind uniforms and fan wear. Give us a call at 785-764-6346. That's 785-764-6346. Radical Athletic Wear, where we don't tell you what we have, we ask you what you want. And Fan Radical, for the Radical fan.
All right, I'm Gary here from Midwest Mike's, joined by Steve from the W Show and 101.1 helping me out tonight. Thanks again for being out here, Steve.
Of course, man. It's a pleasure.
That way I'm not by myself. And then we are joined by the quarterback for the Kansas City Bulldogs, Barron Bradshaw. He played his college football at Missouri Western State University, just a little north of us here. So are you from Kansas City originally?
No, I'm not. I'm actually from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
Born and raised.
It's cool. It's right down 70, man.
Right it's not too bad of a drive. I go home from time to time, check on mom and dad, but my life is up here now.
All right, so went to Missouri Western. Don't want to confuse those two.
Right.
You know, that's a little rivalry there. I might get beat up. But went to Missouri Western and played up there. Talk a little bit about your college career and how it was being up there.
I really enjoyed it at Missouri Western. Good school, good Division II school. I think we played in a very competitive MIAA league up there. And, from the time I was there to the time I graduated, all I knew was, school and, football and athletics and working has really prepared me for, the type of man that I am today. And, some of my morals and values just being on and off the field, living there in St. Joe.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, the off-the-field piece, because that's so key that a lot of people don't realize. Football's about more than what we do inside the white lines.
Oh, yeah. Very important, man. I mean, it's, a lot of things that I do off the field, I carry them on the field. And, you may not think about it, but it does go hand in hand. And, it helps with everyday life, so to speak.
So, college career came to an end. How long have you been with the Bulldogs?
Actually, I started in 2015. I got done Missouri Western in 2010. Stayed up there for a couple years, and I moved down here. And I was in one of those flag football leagues out in Blue Springs.
Oh yeah, indoor.
Yeah, indoor. Yeah. And I ran into Tyrone, and he kind of asked me, said, "Hey, you still want to play some football?" And, I wasn't sure.
Right.
Tyrone, main punchline is just going to win our practices. So I came out, earned a lot of guys' respect, and was able to become a leader of the team right then and there. And here we are, 4 or 5 years later, and we have a chance to compete for a national championship.
Now, you mentioned that respect, but you have other guys that have, I don't know, your coach talked about it, have everyday lives, go to work every day, but they're out here on a work night. Actually, you guys are going for, one goal, to bring back a championship to Kansas City. But just talk about leading these guys, leading other men like yourself.
I mean, well, it's a lot to sacrifice. With semi-pro ball, it's a league, and, we don't get paid. We have to actually, pay to play. But it's a lot of sacrifices, and you find out, how much you love the game.
Right.
It's I like this, style of play, things, because we do travel and we do play nationally ranked teams, and we do play good competition. But coming out here and, you know, a lot of guys that's, you know, out here for me, the same love of the game and trying to compete for a common goal. You just try to get them to all be on the same page, you know, one direction, and just try to get everything going, and, you know, hopefully, you know, we'll come out with a win.
Another thing your coach mentioned was that you were the league MVP this year.
Yes,
so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How did it feel, you know, when you found out that you were your league MVP for the MFA?
Of course, it's a personal goal. You really don't think about it. You know, when you're out there with your brothers, you're on the field, you take it one play at a time, one possession at a time, you know, wherever the chips may fall, you know, when you look at it that way. But I've never been one of those guys that deal with individual stats or individual accolades. It's a team effort. You know, without anything I've done, any passing yards, any touchdowns, you know, you got to recognize, you know, the offense, the O-line, the wide receivers, you know, the running backs. You got to recognize the defense, the D-line, the linebackers, you know, the secondary, and even special teams. So a lot of games we played this year to where, you know, a culmination of all three phases of the game got us to this point right here.
We were talking a little bit before the show about, you know, you guys making the trip to Des Moines. You said you went twice last year, twice this year. You know, it sounds like that's kind of a second home for you guys. You guys have been playing up there a lot and beating up on the Des Moines team. I like to hear that.
Well, I don't want to say beating up on the Des Moines.
I can say that.
That's a very, very, very good organization that Tyrone Tyler is running up there. And before the Bulldogs got started in 2015, before we became 11-man, that was it, the Des Moines Blaze. And I mean, they got the accolades to show it. They got the rings, they got the trophies. And, you know, I think we kind of set our standard looking at those guys and say, hey, you know, let's try to put something together down here in Kansas City and try to make it work and, you know, see how far we can go. Des Moines is a very, very, very great organization. Like I said, very respectable. And whether we go up there or whether they come down here, they give us a good football game. And I think we're at a point now that, you know, we like the competition, we like the challenge. We go around, we go looking for good football games.
Now, so every Sunday, I'm sure you're watching the league.
Yeah.
What's some things that you take away from watching, you know, the guys like, you know, younger guys, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, those guys?
Well, I'll be honest with you. With me being a St. Louis guy, my loyalty still lies with the Rams.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, okay. I know. I catch slack from my Kansas City teammates out here.
Right.
But, I mean, I've lived here, and I support the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's funny when I sit there and you know, sometimes I'm at home, you know, and I'm watching NFL football. At home, being in St. Louis, I sit there with my dad, and, you know, we watch sports and stuff like that. And, you know, I look at a Patrick Mahomes or a Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, which all those guys are quite faster than I am. I'm not the speed burner myself. But you tend to look more inside the game than just what you see on TV. And I find myself looking at defenses, looking at, you know, different schemes, you know, offense, maybe trying to pick my brain as far as, well, maybe what was this quarterback thinking of, what was going through his head. I even break it down into mechanics, footworks, arm strength, you know, rolling to your left, got to turn your body to make an accurate throw, throwing on the run. Just you tend to think deeper into the game than just what everybody sees on TV.
Right.
And so that's fun to me. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah. You know, you're playing the Cincinnati Chiefs here in about a week and a half, you know, next weekend on the 18th. What about their defense do you like seeing on film, and what about their defense makes you a little nervous?
Well, first of all, Cincinnati Chiefs, congratulations to them to getting back to this point. A lot of people, you know, they say it's hard to come back and, you know, playing the national championship game 2 years in a row. So congratulations to those guys up there. Very well represented, very well respected organization, and they're not here by accident. And, you know, one of the reasons is that defense. You know, they're big, they're physical, they're strong, fundamentally sound. You know, we try to, you know, see what we can do on film. You know, we look at film and we try to break down certain tendencies, certain spots, and we try to implement that in our Bulldog brand of football as far as what we like to do. And so I think we match up well with them. I think we'll be able to go out there and, you know, do some things and, you know, make it a good game for us and make it a good game for them also.
Your coach mentioned you guys have some speedy wide receivers, so hopefully those guys will be able to get open for you.
Oh yeah. It's been like that all season. You know what I mean? You know, when you got speed and you got guys that can catch the ball, and you know, you name it, we have possession receivers. We got guys that can go